blaster, but I'll bring you up to speed. A lot's happened between then and now, both just me being busy, and this blaster ran into a couple of roadblocks. Yes, I realize it's been over a year, but a lot of stuff takes priority over making a toy blaster. But it still fires great when it wants to. This, as you'll recall, has an Explorer spring and plunger rod in there, but it's still firing normal Elite darts. The internals, air restrictors out, things like that. So it's set up similar to the original Elite Longshot, except it's got a much stronger spring, and the plunger head is a lot more, mean and tough. Anyway, as you'll notice, there's finally paint down on this. I don't really like using this thing in general, but I needed to use it when I was working on the paint job on this as a guide. You'll notice that these white lines here line up with the design on here. Elite blasters, you'll find, all have that white stripe if they have a barrel adapter to line up with one of these guys, either this or the Retaliator barrel or whatever it is. So I wanted that to also work on the Elite Longshot, because the previous version didn't have that. Also, I struggled for a long time figuring out a decent paint job for this, because we've got the Explorer Longshot grip in here. There's just another element to consider, since it covers up a couple spots, and you have to make this a different color instead of just aluminum. And originally on this side, you'll see, I originally had it white, but I figured on this side, if I had white stripe here and white stripe here, there was just a little too much white on there. So, yes, I do have a paint job on one side and not on the other. That's because this isn't done yet. I'm still, like I said, trying to figure out the best scheme to put on this side. So this stuff has made it. I'm starting to work on ideas for down here, and also what to do with this grip. The bar I'm going to keep black, I've decided, but up here, because it's a high traffic area, if I paint it, it's just going to rub off. So instead, I'm going to use vinyl, like a vinyl decal, like for your car window or something. Some white decals on here to give it some definition, to make it look elite, also to try and cover up these 3 screw holes down here. Although I don't know if I'll do that, because then it means you won't be able to take this off without ruining that, which would be lame. But yeah, so lining up paint job stuff on here, also figuring out something to do up here for the door guard there. I do have a transparent orange piece that I've been working on, but it's not quite fit right. There's some pictures in here of how that kind of starts to look. The stock is still blocked. I've blacked out the logo back here, so it's not yellow anymore like the original one was. But the internals now, I've been having some issues with. It's an Explorer spring with plunger rod, and then a modified stock Longshot internals. Originally, the Elite Longshot project that I started on the first one was supposed to have the Immortal Longshot kit by Orange Modworks in there. As you may or may not have realized, that took an eternity to release, so I just ended up making my own modified internals and did away with that idea. Since then, they have finally come out with the Longshot Immortal kit, and I wound up with one somehow. I still haven't put it in anything, so I'm like, hey, I'm starting to have catch issues with this one. Although it still fires great. Every now and then when I prime this, it doesn't fire the dart. I just get this thunk in there, and the dart is still sitting in there, which is odd because there's a lot of power behind it. So I've got some more issues to work out on this system if this is what I'm going to stay with, which I probably will, considering what happened with the Immortal Longshot kit. Long story short, Orange Modworks, springs, good. Metal parts, good. Polycarbonate, bad. Still not a fan of this stuff because I tried to install that earlier. The parts didn't quite fit in there, and they ended up kind of stripping themselves down a little bit, which is fine. It wasn't anything too big, but I was a little irritated that they made all these parts and it still didn't quite fit right, at least on mine. But then what really irritated me was when I went to go prime it, I had a little bit of an issue there, and then I couldn't get anything to fire. I don't even know how the kit fires because I have yet to have it to work. And I found out after completely opening it and gutting it and inspecting everything again that the plunger head had become separated from the plunger rod because the screw that held those two in, the hole that it was supposed to go into to hold into, stripped itself. So, I have to find a different screw for that, or glue it or something, but I was just frustrated enough with the kit at that point, I left it out again. So internals now have gone from, yeah, I got them ironed out, to to having issues with the internals, which is fine because I have this blaster apart now when I'm going, doing different experiments with the paint job on this. So a lot's happening finally on this blaster again. I'll see you again on update number 3. See you guys. The creepy part is that when this gets jammed, it's like roulette now, like Russian roulette, because I never know when it's just going to do that. Then again, I probably had my finger over the trigger for that, but still, it likes to randomly not catch back there, so I've definitely got some stuff to figure out. Also, you can tell from here, this guy's not moving at all, so there's something, this little indicator is attached to where the catch spring is. So because that guy's off, I have a feeling there's other stuff that's off back here. It may just take a realignment, but there's still internal stuff to figure out on this.